Well, this is new.
Oh.
But we're live. All right. Look at that.
Look at
We're in.
Hey, did you do a link?
I did.
Okay, on the page,
Oh, I have to do it on the page.
on the Paloma page, so
I just
people
made a
can-
link.
so the people can get
Yes.
to it.
Yes,
Animal,
can't take you anywhere
animal.
I know.
All right, go ahead.
because we are great technology guys as well. All right, I'm Mike with House Family Fitness at Sunday Smoke. You can reach me at 205-542-1626 for your group, small group, one-on-one training, remote coaching, distance training, whatever you want to call it. Mike at housefamilyfitness.com email. You can email me or message me on Facebook, Instagram, Smoke Signals, Tell DC. Drive down to the gas station, ask the guy. He probably knows.
He probably does.
Probably.
And we have Dirtbag here again this week because, you know,
I'm back.
he did have to go work. You know, that's why I have to change the name from not Dirtbag, Dirtbag-ish.
Dirtbag-ish.
Ish.
Is that where
Just
you
be-
last week?
Just
Yeah, is
Did
it
it
Pencil,
work?
Pennsylvania?
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 Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Just because I have a job doesn't mean I'm not a dirtbag. So
no, the definition of Dirtbags, you have to give everything up and you're just going to cruise around.
yeah, so I'm borderline dirtbag. I'm working towards.
Dirtbag-ish.
You're working
I'm working
towards
towards
dirtbag, yeah.
full dirtbag. I am dirtbag-ish.
Dirtbag-ish. Right.
And then we have. I'm very excited. I really am. I mean, I do
Yeah.
think because, you know, we've talked a lot, and you know, having you on here, I think there's so much that you can share to people, and they would be absolutely amazed. You know, your journey, and I'm glad that you agreed to share it with us.
It's the world famous Green Pond.
It is Green Pond. Wave Green
Yeah.
Pond. It's
Yeah.
oh my God. No, it's Paige.
Well, if you could tell most people where is Green Pond, they go, I don't care. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, even the people that live in Green Pond. You know what I've learned about Green Pond? She'll tell you. All you have to say is, "Hey man, you know, guy that burns shit," and
All the
Yeah.
time.
all the
All the
time.
time.
Even the house he lived in.
Yep.
I'm not lying to you. He had a red, one of those little travel like trailers, and I went by one day, and he is
Mhm.
dismantling it and burning it.
He has to do plywood today, though.
Oh, look at
And
him!
pallets, yeah.
He's probably watching.
It might be.
Oh yeah.
It's no running water
Waiting
or
to set everything on
electricity,
fire. I'll wash it, and then I'm gonna burn it.
but- Yep, road binder today.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Well,
So glad that you
yeah.
joined
She
us.
came to the
Thank you.
basement. The basement, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wayne's World. kind of-
Waynesboro.
Yeah,
see,
why
you
not?
like when you're doing this, you see like you can bring these people on camera.
You can bring them on
That's
camera.
what it says on my phone. I don't know
What,
whether
really?
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Like in a
countries
like
allowed
a
to do it or
FaceTime
not,
kind of
but
thing? That's
on my
crazy.
thing right here. So it's like,
To bring people on camera.
Yeah, like you have, like almost like a FaceTime.
Like a FaceTime?
I think so.
Oh, that's
Hell
cool.
yeah.
We want to bring Lauren in for a second.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Try it. Hey, can we see?
Comments.
Oh, it's
Comment
I can't. I can't.
Oh, you can't.
You can't do it.
Son
Teaser.
of a
Is she
bitch.
on?
I tried, but
Okay.
she was watching.
Okay.
You get.
Okay.
All
right.
This is so delayed anyway.
Yeah.
But you can
Okay.
say comments. Well, we're trying it. If this works, great. This actually works greater for the production side of it. I don't know about for the
For the spectators and all that, but for us, you're right. The video is
for the
cleaner.
podcast part.
For the
camera
podcast
works
part, so.
better. The mixer board sends the like.
The new microphones that are good.
It's a nice setup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get that whole corner over there that none of. I'm pointing like anybody on the.
Yeah,
Oh,
that over
But
there.
that whole
Over there.
corner, yeah, we're
Over
gonna. That's
That's gonna be
eventually
the
gonna be
podcast
the
booth.
studio.
Oh,
Well,
that's
it'll get all done over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only taken me 11 years to get the basement fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
but I'll ride his ass
Whatever
like a
it
pack
takes.
mule now.
There
So
you go.
he'll either burn it or be like, "Fuck it, you do it."
You do it.
Be all right.
Earn your keep.
That's right. I do want to start with a couple of things. The first one is, please give a little introduction
Mm-hmm.
It's a
and
little small bio.
yeah,
A
just a
little
little
small
small bio.
Are you
Kind of.
from Green Pond originally?
No.
Why did you
born,
move to
born
Green
and
Pond?
raised. Why did you move to Green Pond?
What brought you to Green Pond?
Yeah, what
Who
brought you
brought
to
me
Green
there?
Pond?
Okay.
What is the best thing about Green Pond? What is the worst thing about Green Pond? And would you recommend the Little Caesars to a neighbor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. No, I'm not from Woodstock,
I know.
which is where I live.
I know.
You're Green
I know.
I live
Pond.
in Green Pond. Yeah.
I grew up in Alex City.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah, you knew that. I moved out to Green Pond
Yeah.
about
She
I
learns
think about
quickly.
12 years ago when I met Mike, and he already had a house out there, so that's how I ended up out there. And no, I don't like the Little Caesars out there, even though I will be buying pizzas when I leave here from there for my kids' Dungeons and Dragon night tonight.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All
'cause I'm a
right.
good mom.
You are a good mom. And can we say it?
And go ahead and say it.
And a
And-
GG.
Level up.
Yeah, Mamaw
Granny.
Green Pond.
Granny.
Yeah, Mamaw Green Pond. We've already said that. That's what it is.
All right. Y'all can call me that. She can't.
You wait.
Yes. Yes.
I'm
Give
not
us,
bringing
just
her
give us a
around,
day.
y'all.
Yeah, just a day.
Just a day. That's all we need. Is a
Hour.
day.
Hour.
We'll turn her into a trail runner.
That's right.
So.
So you grew up Alex City,
Grew up in
ended up
Alex
there in
City.
Green
Were
Pond.
you active
Yeah.
in high school?
Yeah.
Kind of like at Ben Russell?
I was, well, gymnastics. I wasn't like any kind of a track star or anything like that. I was more of a social butterfly.
Mm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Cared more about, hanging out with the boys than I did than academics.
doesn't sound like
I gotta cover this.
DC
Uh,
blushed.
I did. Oh my God.
No, I did gym. I was a gymnast. That was the extent of my
I don't think I knew that.
athletic.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How long?
Oh, gymnast for about 15 years. Like
Oh,
from
no
the time I was
shit.
like 3 till I was 18.
And she can still walk. Wow.
And I can still walk.
Wait, Millie, like,
Oh yeah.
there's
the
no paint to
Millie
peel
let it-
down here, obviously. Obviously, right?
Like, was that Millie?
Yeah.
Millie.
It could be DC.
We can let
And I would own that one because, oh my God.
That was pretty bad. Mills.
No.
But
Girl.
no, yeah.
Good
So
girl.
long
Good girl.
Long time gymnast.
Yeah, and we got the heater over here cooking it. That
Cooking
makes
it,
it,
yeah, right.
makes it even better.
So
Yeah, because it's a balmy 60-some degrees outside.
it was hot today.
I'm wearing sandals.
I have zero body fat. I'm fucking freezing. All right, I have on a long sleeve shirt pulled up
It's not
and a
what it
fucking
is.
hoodie.
It's not what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
our guest.
Yes.
Yes.
Gymnastics.
Gymnastics.
And then after
Gymnastics.
gymnastics, graduated high school.
Graduated high school. Went a couple of years to college. Didn't like it. Quit.
No,
Got
you decided to
Didn't
pursue
want to-
other avenues.
Pursue other avenues. Got a job in dentistry at the ripe old age of 20, and I've
The
been in
ripe
it ever
old age of
since.
20.
Mhm.
Oh, and you've been in that ever since.
I've been in
So,
dentistry for how old am I? 40. For
48.
28
Yeah,
years,
I
I've
don't
been in
know.
dentistry. Yeah,
Wow.
in some capacity. Yeah. Yep. So.
Damn, I didn't realize it was that long. I knew you were,
Yep.
in dental
Yeah.
hygienist, but I didn't realize, damn.
I've been a hygienist for like 20 something years. Yeah, out of it. So
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
it is a long time.
How did you end up in this community? What sparked the interest to go into trails? Did you start with
Well, let's go back and ask her when she started running.
When I
yeah,
started
when did you start running?
Yes.
Yeah,
I,
okay.
I started running probably in like 2013, just kind of off and on 3 or 4 or 5 miles. And then my aunt decided that I needed to come to St. Pete and run a race with her, but she didn't tell me it was a half marathon. And I had never run more than like 4 miles. And she talked me into it. And that's the very first race I ever did on pavement. So
Okay.
2013 was my first half. And then it just kind of built
Was that
from
the first
there.
organized race?
Yeah, my very first organized race was a half
So
marathon.
no 5Ks, no nothing. You were
Nope.
like, I run a little bit. I'll go
Mhm.
down there with you. And then fucking 13, huh?
Mhm. Yep. So that was the start of that. And then the following year we did Mercedes. That's kind of our tradition. And it just kind of escalated from there. And then I kind of took a little break, and then I got really fat. And then I decided I
What?
didn't want to be fat anymore. And
No more
so-
fat Green Pond.
And so then around about the end of 2015, I just was really bored with pavement. And I actually went to Veterans Park, not the one.
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
Over in
in Spain Park,
over in
yeah.
Hoover, by Spain
And
Park.
kind
Yeah.
of got on the dirt a little bit and figured out I really liked it. And then Mike was like, why are you driving all the way over there when Taney Hill is like 10 minutes from the house? Went, bought a pass to Taney Hill, just jumped on a trail and just started running them until I figured them out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do want to back up a little bit because
Okay.
you said a little statement when you got fat.
When I
what
got
you,
fat.
is what you said.
Uh-huh.
There's been a
There-
different
there-
page in the past.
There has been a different
Yeah.
page, but
Yeah.
I have to ask because there are Trying to the best way to put it.
Right.
Look, there are people all the time that go like, I got fat.
I got fat,
Well,
I got
that
fat.
was this or that.
Right.
Or, I mean, would you share, like, did you, I mean, like, you can, like, fat?
Yeah, I mean, well, you've seen the before and after.
I have.
pictures.
I have.
Like,
Did you care to show those?
I don't think that I have. No,
No.
I would show them. I
Yeah.
don't think I have. Like, I
What are we
don't
talking
even- they're not on this. No, I like for
You gotta keep
someone
it
who's
juvenile.
5'4" and already sort of a small frame. I was pushing close to 200 pounds. I was probably like 195, 196. So
Okay.
that's a lot for someone my height.
Yes.
And this is after the half marathon?
Yeah, because I took a little break. Like I did all that, then I stopped, and then I decided
Enjoyed life too much.
I did. I enjoyed
Yeah.
life a little too much. Got a little
Happens to the best of
lackadaisical.
us.
So
Okay. What
So
was
then-
what was the, if you would share, what was the breaking moment? What was the moment that you got up and was like, I can't do
I
this?
literally woke up one morning in December and said I cannot go into the holiday season out eating what little bit I did do. And I just stopped. I stopped with the diet. I stopped drinking sodas. I stopped eating out. I stopped grazing all day at work because in dentistry, we have food every day. Someone brings us something, or someone will drop off donuts, or someone drops off cookies, or we just have a whole spread of food, in the break room.
Is that for repeat business or?
That was just for us.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
that's like
Yeah.
reps.
Cookies,
bringing reps.
yeah,
bringing
Really?
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
So you could walk
past.
past, you could walk past the break room at any given time.
All I
And
did was eat all day long at work. And then I worked out on 280. So I'd go to Zaxby's one day, Moe's one day, the Five Guys place. I was surrounded by restaurants, and I just decided to quit. So, and then I said, I need to start back running. And so I just laced up my shoes, ordered some Hokas from Amazon. Never had Hokas before in my life. Just bought them and just hit Taney Hill and just started running. Like I use that word
Yes.
loosely. It was
Well,
not
no,
really
no,
running, but you know what I mean.
but you were out moving.
I
You
was
were
out moving.
active.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things him and I have
Mhm.
preached from day one. Anybody that's kind of watched this knows. Be mindful when you get up in the morning.
Right.
10 minutes early. That's
Mhm.
all it takes. 10
Yeah.
minutes
Start,
early.
That's all it takes.
You know what I mean? Don't put 4 things of sugar in your coffee.
Right.
Put
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
Learn, there's
Yeah.
different things. And you saying, I quit, I changed my habits is
Right,
what you
yeah.
pretty much said.
Yeah.
And got moving. What did you lose total? Like how far down did you drop?
Probably about overall took about 3 years, but I dropped about between 75 and 80 pounds overall. I also threw out my scale. That's another thing.
Awesome.
Women have to do. is
Yes.
stop
Please.
looking at
Please
the
don't
number.
weigh every day.
The number does not mean that you're fat. Because I'm like number wise, I'm still heavier now, but I'm healthier than I was.
You're more dense.
A little, yeah.
That's the way
I
I
mean,
look
it's
at
a
it.
little more muscle than it is fat.
All right, and muscle weighs more than
Right,
fat. I get that.
so-
Now, why do you
we're not
say
going to discuss that, but it does not weigh. A 1 pound
No,
is
I mean
1
a
pound.
pound. Yes,
How-
a
it's
pound is a
density.
pound.
density? That's it.
Density.
I'm sorry. Density.
It's
I'm
density,
just, you're right.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You're right.
No.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
believe it either.
But
That's
no.
talking to you, sir.
well, I have
Yeah.
to elaborate because I'm just dirtbag. Why did you say throw the scale away?
Because
I thought that's how you measured your
No.
achievements with weight loss.
no, it's not. Non-scale victories is how you measure your weight loss.
What's a non-scale victory?
Clothes fit better. You're buying smaller sizes. You're just a
Something
little more
tangible.
Something tangible.
Mhm.
You get on that scale every morning, especially
It's-
a woman
yeah.
who's hormonal or might be a little more bloatier at some point in the month, and that scale it vastly changes, and it's just a mind fuck. It will just drive you. Don't know. Sorry,
Language, God damn it.
Psychology.
Yeah,
Not my-
But it does.
But, all right,
it
yeah.
just messes with your head.
It does.
And then you feel defeated. You're like, well, screw it. I may as well eat a cupcake today because the scale tells me I weighed this. I might as well enjoy something.
It is a vicious cycle.
It's a vicious cycle. So I put the scale away, and within about 2 or 3 months, I was like easily down 20 pounds just from those small changes.
Shit.
Yeah. So,
I like it. I like how.
Then you started ramping up the
and then
trail.
I started like, I Well, and my first other road race was a marathon down in Cocoa Beach, which my aunt also talked me into. But
We like that ant.
yeah, we
I
do.
do
Like,
like
my
the
aunt
aunt.
is she's a badass lady. She's in her 60s and she runs really fast. Like, she's fast, and she's going to come up do Lookout Mountain 18 with me, and she's never run trails, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Hell yeah! Do we get to
Yeah.
meet this
yeah,
aunt?
Yeah, you'll get to
Oh
meet her.
hell yeah! I want to meet this aunt.
Yeah, but
What's her name? Let's do her a shout out.
Fran Stifle down in St.
Aunt
Pete.
Fran.
Stifle and
Yes,
St.
ma'am.
Beautiful St. Pete.
Beautiful St. Pete.
She's probably
Um,
watching.
I even
Yeah.
flew down for a few training runs down there with her and everything. But after the Space Coast Marathon, I did came back. That was in 15 or 16. That was in 16. I came back home and I started just getting around on the internet. Signed up for Lake Martin 27, and that was my first official trail race
Okay.
Yeah.
ever. So
So you know how you get into trail racing, ultra sign up. For those that don't know, go
Yeah.
to ultrasignup.com, and that's how all of
Yeah.
us get on and find
Yeah.
trail races in our area.
yeah.
When I do research,
they have that splash of like trail porn on the front
Yeah.
of their page.
And
Yes,
actually,
they
you
do.
know, well, I found Lake Martin because of running Mercedes, though, because as you get closer to the Butts aid station, David has signs that says Lake Martin 100, and I was like, well, what is that? Who the hell runs a 100? You know, but it's like,
And I'm
they
from
have
there.
they have a 27-mile fun run, and it was happening right around my birthday when I turned 45, and I thought, what better way than to go to my hometown and run a baby ultra, and you know, and just enjoy myself.
yeah,
Outstanding.
That is
So that was in
outstanding. See,
17,
that's
so
why,
that's
and
what
y'all
kicked
wondering
it
why I
off.
had to get her here.
So first official
My first official trail race.
was
Was
the
it-
27.
was a
27
27
miler.
miler. If that's what I was going to say. If you go to Ultra Sign Up, and most people that I research, there is look, they had a 10 miler. Oh, they had a 6 miler,
Oh, yeah,
10
there's
miler.
congratulations.
And everything's where
Well, there's
everything
nothing.
starts.
There's
Yeah.
nothing.
Paige's
Yeah.
Paige's first race is the 27 miler.
Yeah,
It's an
just jump
ultra,
right in.
and then the next one's a 6 miler. I was like, huh.
That's because I signed up for the series. I did Lake Martin,
And then sign up for
and
the
then
series.
I'd had a
Met the
bottle of
world's
Cabernet, and
greatest-
I was like, you know what?
yeah,
I'm
world's
just going to
greatest
sign up
race
for the
director,
whole series. It's like, might as well just do the long series. I called Mike. I was like, can I spend X amount of money? And he's like, I don't care what you do. I did, and then I decided I needed a coach, and that's how I got hooked up with Resolute.
Okay, and then
Was-
is Lisa your actual, or is
Lisa's my
Ann or
no,
one of them?
Lisa Brewer is my coach. She's the best one.
Oh, all you other ones are great.
You're
but
great, but Lisa's the best.
Outstanding. And
Lisa's
she,
the
according to Green Pond.
according to
Yes.
Green Pond, and then
Yes, so
she
she don't want to
Did
hurt
you
anybody's
see-
feelings, but
Right.
Lisa's
but
the
it's
best.
Green Pond if anybody gets any retaliation or anything.
yeah, just send it to Green Pond. You
Yeah.
can send me the messages and I'll filter them and
There you
I'll
go.
see
Yeah,
which
because they don't
ones you
have
get.
anything out in
Yeah.
Green Pond.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, she don't have internet out
That's
there.
definitely smoke
I do.
signals.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
SOS. I got the little clicker at the house. So send me the message. I'll do the
Well,
clicker.
you tell the guy at the gas station. He tells the guy that burns stuff, and then he
Yeah,
tells
and
them.
then they just pass it on down the line.
yeah,
Mhm.
telegraph.
Yeah. So,
Well,
but yeah, that's how
did-
that rolled into it.
Well, when you signed up with Lisa, I'll
Mhm.
just give them a short little
Yeah.
plug.
hmm
Did you see a colossal difference in your
I did.
running? Was
I
it
did.
something? Was it
Yeah.
immediately
I
seen,
wouldn't-
or was it over a few months? You were like, oh shit, this is really working.
I would say it probably took a good month before I really started feeling super comfortable and realized that I was starting to get just a smidge faster. But you have to do the work, because I signed up with Lisa.
That doesn't
doesn't,
sound
yeah,
right.
right, yeah,
That doesn't
right.
sound
You gotta
right. You have to do the work.
like you
to
know,
improve.
speed
Yeah.
work and all that stuff that we don't really enjoy doing, but we have to do it.
Right.
But, yeah, no, I signed up with Lisa, and she's been my coach ever since. So
And then
Bless you, Lisa.
yes, and
My bad.
and then
she
you
has a great crew.
Yeah.
She does.
and then you just fell. And the easy part for you is you fell in love with being out there.
I did. Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't a chore to go out and be on.
No, no, it's really not a chore unless it's like 20 degrees outside, which I don't really love. But do it. But no, I like being outside. I'd rather be outside than anywhere else.
Yep.
So.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Over that, did they introduce you to like any kind of cross training like what Mike does? Anything like that to make yourself a little stronger, get
Yeah,
the core
they-
better?
yeah.
Anything like that?
They do offer a lot of classes at their facility. At that point in time, I was hooked up with the Y, and so I was doing some small group classes there for like women on weights, I think is what it was called, and that's where I started doing a lot of strength training. And then I started swimming, which helps tremendously with your cardio. So
Yeah, that's probably one of the hardest things.
Mhm.
Jack probably tested that. I mean,
I can attest to that.
Yeah.
for me, doing a lap in the pool, like I can't do.
really,
Multiple
No, I
laps.
can.
Oh, no, like
I have
all laps.
I have zero buoyancy. Like if I
Oh.
quit, like my feet sink. I mean, like I have zero.
yeah.
I
no,
swim like a
can-
fucking brick
Nope, I can stay in the
You
water
look like
for
a
a long
brick
time.
too. Just
shit house. See what I did there?
good one. That was pretty quick for you too. I'm impressed. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
I'm
Your
okay.
bad form shows in the pool.
Immediately.
Oh, it sticks out like a dick on a fish, doesn't it? Oh, it's
No,
that
yeah,
fast.
No, I
Oh,
I can
So-
swim, flip, come back. I mean, I can swim for hours on end. It doesn't-
Really?
Mhm. Yeah,
So we ever thought about doing a trial?
I've thought about it. It might be on the bucket list.
Might be on the bucket
It
list.
might
Oh, okay, so we're gonna get to
Possibly.
that. All right, so I'm gonna take notes here.
Maybe.
All right.
Cookie can probably give you some tips because he apparently is a.
He was a phenomenal
Yeah,
swimmer.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah, did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Cookie was like
Oh, Cookie.
could go to the Olympics type
Wow.
fucking
Yeah.
swimmer. Yeah,
Yep. Wow.
yeah, like a dolphin. Well, that
That's
should be
right.
his new nickname is Dolphin.
Dolphin.
No,
Except he was
he's
doing the
Cookie
breaststroke,
now.
so we got to do something.
Hey,
He's in what?
He was the breaststroke.
Breaststroke.
Oh,
breaststroke guy.
yeah.
Which I cannot swim 10 yards without being disqualified.
That's
sir.
the
No,
that's
it's the breaststroke, sir.
that's this right? Where
No,
you do
that's this. Like,
oh this.
It's got some.
Oh, don't you have to
drag it
you have to suck your feet in or
yeah,
whatever?
you put the
Yeah,
feet in- yeah, it's
like a
yeah,
frog or something
Yeah,
like
like a
that.
frog.
Okay, all right.
kick
You'd
out
be
there.
great at that.
Like a frog.
See, why not? If it was the dog
far
paddle
more-
100, fucker, let's get it.
It's far more complicated than swimming should be. So.
Where are
It's
you
one of those
going?
things. Who came up with it? It's like let's do this. I bet you I'm faster than you.
Probably.
I mean,
A group like us.
Yeah.
That's what came up with it. How far can you throw that rock? I can throw it farther. That's us.
can you do it blindfolded and drunk?
See? That's us.
Okay, give me 10 minutes.
Oh Lord, boys.
See, that's us.
Yeah.
That's how it got invented.
Yep.
It shocks me none.
Yeah. With everything that you've told us so
Uh-huh.
far,
Yeah.
your mental drive, your fortitude, whatever you want to call it out there,
Yeah.
is
Craziness or whatever.
yeah, whatever you want to call it. But I
Yeah.
mean, but when you set your mind to something, there's no deterring you, correct?
No.
Where does
Pretty stubborn.
that come from? I mean,
being
does
a
it?
female.
It'd probably being a woman.
Yeah, the stubbornness or the drive.
this-
When she said stubborn, I was like,
I mean, it's just sheer stubbornness. It's just,
Like you won't tell anybody you can't do that, you can't do this. So you're
No.
wired to like, what I can't, but I can too.
yeah. And if someone tells me I can't, then
stand back.
yeah, because I'm going to do it anyway. So, yeah.
Which
I
is
like it.
the
Yeah.
no pulling thread. Can't stand it anymore. That's what I'm here for.
And so there's nothing in the. Is there anything like? Because we always ask people,
Yeah.
look inside a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you find out kind of where that stems from, or
Does
is
that
it
relate
just
to
one?
anything else
I don't,
before?
I don't know. I don't think so. Other than, I want my kids to see their mom do stuff that like my mom never did. My mom was not a healthy person. She passed away at a very, what I think to be a young age from her life choices. And I did not want my kids to have to deal with the same thing. So that probably drives me more than anything. And now a grandbaby,
And
you
that's
just want to set a good
You're
example.
gonna be a good meemaw.
And I do have to be a good whatever.
Grandmama,
whatever.
nanny, nana,
Meemaw Green Pond. We've already had this discussion. Meemaw Green Pond.
Yeah.
pon pon,
So, I just,
Pond
gree
Pond.
pon, gree pon. Oh, gree pon.
oh my gosh.
Was
That's funny.
Greenies like speed at one time? It's like,
Oh
Yeah.
yes, greenies were yes.
okay, well,
Yeah, that may not be the great. That's my greenie.
That's like Greenie.
Greeny, yeah, greeny. That's
You're
it,
related to
greeny.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just don't, wanted my kids to have a better example than what I had, really. So
Is that where the positivity comes from? Because I don't ever. I have been around you. Look, I mean, people that if you've never met Paige, I've seen her at what I consider your lowest. I've seen you at some of your virtual runs, things like that, where you are just to the point where like, I can imagine doing this again. I can't imagine doing this, or I'm not. I mean, you've been at some of the lows in these runs.
Oh, yeah.
But you go back out. Like you find the positive, you find a smile, and you take your ass back out there. You've had 34 races that I can document, and you've had one time that you did not finish a race.
DNF, happily DNF'd too.
There are those.
Happily DNF'd.
Yeah, situations.
There's situations, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But 33 times you've been able to dig down and go, I'll finish.
Yeah.
And you always finish with a smile. You guys go look up Southeastern Trail Runs or any of those, and you'll see all the pictures.
Yeah.
Every picture you see, she will be smiling. Where does that positivity come from? Is it the same, or is it just your natural?
It's just natural. I'm a naturally positive person anyway. I just don't let things. I just go out there with. Some races, I just go, I'm going to run until somebody in aid station tells me that I can't keep going because of, for whatever. And I'm, and I'll be okay. And I'll say, where's my beer? If I'm drinking a beer, and then just go watch everyone else finish and then cheer them on. So, and then of course, I know you asked me about the squad and, your friends are really what drives me too. They really do. Like I don't think I could do half of what I've done without them supporting.
Throw them a shout. Who is it?
Well,
you can.
Amber, Amber, Lauren, Tabitha, Marianne, and Mr. Bob. Can't leave Bob out. He is definitely one of us. So, yeah. So we just all lean on each other all the time. So
I don't know, Paige, but you're right. People quit races sometimes. I always tell people it's like it's the race's job to pull you out of the race.
Right?
It's not your job.
Yeah.
You just keep going, baby.
If I stop a race, if I quit a race, it's because I am injured to the point of not being able to continue, which happened the first time I attempted Lake Martin, or someone at an aid station says, "You've missed the cutoff. Hand me your bib." So that's it.
Huh?
Well, it's not a failure.
No,
No,
it's not. You
that's
just learn
not a
from it.
failure.
You regroup.
I don't. I don't like now the did not finish.
Yeah.
And when people are like, "Oh, you're gonna DNF," that's because I didn't finish, stupid.
Right.
If I would have finished, I'd had a time.
Right.
The reason I
Yeah.
have a DNF is because I didn't
not
fucking finish.
Yes.
Yeah. I would rather have a DNF over a DNS any day of the
Yeah,
week.
did not start.
Yeah, that's a
Right.
did not start.
Yep.
Absolutely, I would
Yeah.
much rather have that.
Yep.
And I think I get really. I'll use the word miffed.
Miffed.
Nift.
I
We
do.
Are you trying to keep this PG?
Yeah, I
What
don't.
are we talking about here?
Yeah. Miffed, not muffed.
Not muffed.
Oh, okay.
We're
Two
the
di-
same way.
two different things.
Just because Paige is here, you can't start
Yeah.
talking like that.
Just so you know, that is two different things. If you
Two
don't
different
know,
things.
you are in trouble.
Yes, two different things.
I'll give you some interesting internet.
It could be, yeah. Y'all can start
Browser history.
Yeah, browser history. Y'all can Google the difference between miff and muffed.
You get miffed.
I get miffed. I don't like my personal opinion,
Mhm.
and I like your input on this. I do not like the word failure associated with any race.
Right.
It doesn't matter if it's a try.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if it's a trail run, road run. I hate the word failure
Right.
associated with that. You were out there. Your goal, you had a goal
Mm-hmm.
to do this. Now, you may not have reached your goal,
Right.
but there are circumstances either beyond your control or whatever happened. You didn't obtain your goal. But
Right.
I don't consider that a failure.
It's a
No.
lesson.
You know what it's a lesson learned.
Right.
What I consider a failure, and y'all get pissed at me all you want, what I consider a failure is an individual that doesn't try.
Right. Yeah.
Period.
Yes.
You know what I
agree
mean?
with you
A
on that.
failure is you run 26 miles. That's stupid.
That's stupid.
That's a
I don't want to
failure.
drive that far.
Right.
Yeah, some of my
But to me,
favorites.
that's a
Who's chasing you?
Who's chasing you?
but that's a mental failure.
Yeah.
I'm
That
about to
person-
drive you,
It
chasing
is.
you, and then run over you in my car.
Right.
How about
You know, that
Yeah.
person to me is failed in their train of thought.
right in their thoughts.
I'm not saying life. I'm
Yeah.
saying in their train of thought. Anybody that doesn't have aspirations
Yep.
to make themselves
That's Max.
better,
Yeah,
then to me, that's when you can
That-
associate the word failure.
Amen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pays with like chupacabra.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's the,
Yeah, no,
that's the
I-
100-pound
so-
male upstairs.
And so, yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's where I stand on that. I hate that. Oh, I failed. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
My ass. See them scratches? See that mud on your
Yeah.
legs? You didn't
Yeah.
fail.
Yeah,
Right.
You didn't obtain the gold now.
right.
Today.
Today,
Yeah.
but I have yet to meet anyone in our community, in the
Mhm.
running community, tri community, CrossFit.
Mhm.
I have yet to meet anyone that has aspirations and goals for themselves in that realm
Uh-huh.
that have not taken that drive into their families,
Yeah.
their personal lives,
Yeah.
at work, any of that.
Anything,
That goes across the board. They're pretty consistent with
Mhm.
that.
Well, I have a
Yeah.
theory on failure too. How do you know you've got to your maximum unless you fail? Because
Well,
if you
yeah.
achieve it, could
Then
you
it's-
have done
you could have
more?
done
Yeah,
more.
can
But-
you do more?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Can you do a
that's,
200 instead of a 100?
yeah. Or a 10K instead of a 5K.
Right,
Yes,
exactly,
I'm saying you do
Yeah.
the 5K and it's like, well,
Yeah,
I mean, you didn't fail, but you might have failed at a half
right.
that day.
Yeah. No, I
Same
agree.
idea.
But
Yeah.
even there,
So you have to,
those
there's
days-
failure. Yeah, you have to have a failure
But even those days,
Yeah.
like you didn't complete your goal. There were things in that day
that day.
you and they were great, right?
Right.
You
yeah.
can't be a rock star
Right.
every day.
No, you can't.
That's it. That's his favorite saying.
No,
I've
really.
adopted. I've taken it into
You
my
really- you
vernacular. You
can't.
can't be a rock star every day.
And Not
Absolutely.
every training run is going to be spectacular either. So
No.
you can't base your race day on your training days.
That's exactly
because
right.
they're completely different.
Now I will ask you this, and I will share mine first, and I want to hear.
Hey,
all,
hey.
Well, you knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah,
It's way too early in the day for that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn it! All right, and really, it's 3:30, so it's just about time.
Yeah.
I do want your guys' input on this.
First,
Beep, beep, beep. Well, I'm late. I'm late.
You were talking about you can't base a training run.
Right. Yeah.
I'm almost a runner. I consider I've got a few things underneath my belt. I think
Yeah.
I've pushed hard
Yeah.
to achieve some of the goals I have. I wanted to do a training run the other day. I left BMX on the red trail. This is
Yeah.
a bike trail for
The
these.
easy
These guys
trail.
are local, so
Yeah.
it's very flat. It's
Mhm.
pretty little trail.
Yeah.
I may have made it about a mile, and I was it.
Yeah.
Like
Not-
I was like
not today.
I
Yep.
was like I can't
Mm-hmm.
will myself, like my
Right,
body's
yeah.
like, dude, we're not.
We're not doing this today.
And I stopped and had to walk back to the car and was like, something's not like, I mean, by the time I got back to the car, it was everything I could do to get back to the car. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is going on? And I got some water in me. I got a gel. About an hour later, it's fine.
Yep.
You know, hey, I'm okay. I'm good. I feel better.
Mm-hmm.
But I went out and like I said, that was a mile.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you can't let that kind of stuff
No,
discourage
no,
you. Like I have to
you
go, hey, look, I have to listen to my body.
Right.
So
You just can't make it a habit.
yeah, you got to make it a habit. So
Right.
for needle pull one thread.
I will call
If-
you out on it.
Yeah, I know it. If
COVID.
for individuals that are you know, that are out there thinking, oh, I walked to the mailbox for my first time and it,
Yeah.
you know, it was miserable.
Yeah.
Or, hey, I went to the gym for the first time. You need to realize if you walk a half mile and you've never done it before,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you're going to be sore.
Yeah.
If you go to the gym for the first time, it's the new year. I'm going to go lift weights.
You're gonna be sore.
You're going to hurt.
Yep.
You have to make it a habit
Mhm.
and continue to do that.
Yeah.
Your body will adapt, I promise,
Yes,
you know.
I promise.
Um,
I had somebody start back from the first of the year that you probably know. She was hating life.
Amanda?
Yes.
She started back.
Yep.
When is she coming in?
Mondays and Thursday evenings.
In the evenings?
Yep.
All right. I have to see about that.
Yes.
do
you know where
his place is at, Paige?
Of
She does.
course I know where his place is.
Oh.
She
He
graced
has
the
trained
presence
me.
of House
before.
Family Fitness there for a while in
Yeah,
the
I
morning
did.
times
Yes.
when I had an early morning class.
Yes.
you know,
can't
with,
do any more than early mornings.
They're on your page. It's like, I don't know how this got let go because you gave the most pitiful little bio. They're like,
yeah, well, I
I was
know.
in high school and I was in gymnastics, and now here I am.
Yeah,
It's like,
because,
I
you know,
don't know about
No,
there's
but-
not much, to talk about from high school days. I was really a wallflower. Like true, like no one knew.
But so
who I
in
was.
gymnastics,
that was like
yeah.
that's where I'm going to go with like the question I want to ask you.
Yeah.
So you didn't give any information about like your family or anything
Yeah.
else like there, but you seem to come on like having some tenacity and things like that,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Do you have? Where did that come from? You got any idea at all? Like, was-
I really don't. Like,
Hey,
I mean, to tell you that, like, God loved my parents. They did not set examples like that. Now, I'll tell you, I have some crazy cousins who used to, rappel and climb. I have one that fell off Mount Cheehaw 75 feet and survived.
yes, sir.
I
Thank
think
you.
my aunts and uncles always just say it came from my dad's side of the family because there are a lot of more athletic people on that side aside from my aunt on my mom's side who is an awesome runner. Like she actually usually
You
like
can-
places in
you
her
can
age
actually,
group even at Mercedes
around,
like she's
yes,
pretty fast.
Sponsorship opportunity.
So but
Well, maybe we should let her hold it.
do you want me to hold it?
well, that and like we get the El Gordo too. So we'll just, do
Oh,
something.
yes. It is.
But-
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess there is some genetics involved, but I think it really comes down to just determination. I just was determined I was not going to be a lazy parent, role model, whatever, for any of my children. And they're not really super active. Ethan was the only one who ever ran, and he did cross country his last year of high school. And came out with a ton of accolades from it and wished he had done it earlier. But, he has a very natural gift. I hope he gets back to it one day when he can. So,
Yeah.
but.
We're just expounding,
on
I'm sorry.
On my bio.
continuing. And then
There's
I'll
not much
speak
bio
slowly for you.
there.
But her bio, because
No,
we cut it off.
Yeah.
I know what the
So-
word means. I got it.
I'm
I'm
just,
really
just
way
making
more
sure.
proud of Ethan's, like his accomplishments than I am of my own. So,
That's a true
Yeah.
mama right there.
yeah.
Now, speaking of your accomplishments, though, I wish you'd have worn it today,
Uh-huh.
but you
No.
I
dressed-
didn't. I know. I didn't.
You dressed
wear
for
my-
one.
I didn't
Okay, wait.
wear
All
my-
right,
That's it. We're cutting it. We're out.
Yeah, fuck it.
Done
We're-
it.
Wear my-
Yeah.
Wait.
We'll wait.
Well,
We'll
no,
kick-
no, that's at the end. That's
Yes,
at the end when you.
I got my light heart shirt on.
Yeah, it's the end when we do
My
that.
virtual buckle. Yeah.
I want you to elaborate on that. This young lady right here, because of
Oh my gosh, could have died right then.
God. because of the
Yeah.
because of the COVID.
Because of the
That's
COVID.
perfect for Sunday
right.
smoke. That's
That's right.
it.
Yeah,
See,
absolutely.
it's not just us.
Yeah.
So because of the COVID
Uh-huh.
Was it
COVID,
And-
COVID
and-
summer.
in 2020, COVID
Yep.
summer,
Hey, Millie.
there was the Lake Martin, which you
Bert-
had your
Saint
shirt on,
Martin, yep.
was canceled.
Yes.
It had to be a virtual race.
Had to be a
Now,
virtual
a virtual
race.
race, for y'all that don't know, means you pay money and you run this on your own and you provide your own shit.
Yep.
So you did the
There's just no organized race.
no organized race. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
trying to put it in
Yeah.
layman's terms.
Yeah.
You signed up and did a virtual 100.
Yes.
You brought all your stuff. You had,
Yes.
you had your support group, but
Yes.
you did that in like 34 hours and 11
Some
minutes or something
yeah.
like that. I think if I
Yeah.
remember
She
correctly.
probably knows. She
34
probably
something.
she probably knows the seconds to the
I
time.
really don't. No, I
No.
know it's
Yeah.
34 hours, but I don't know the minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do my research.
Yeah.
What was the toughest part of that race? Now I understand that yes, it's self-supported and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, but when you do something like that, you have to do either a point to point where people follow you all over Hell's Half Acre, or you
Yeah.
do loops.
We did loops. It was me and Kay and Stevens and Mike who did our aid station for us, and we just would go out, loop around, come back, eat, go out, loop around, come back, eat. That yeah.
How many miles was your loop?
probably about maybe 5 or 6. We were trying to keep it reasonable.
It's kind of hurt me in the gut right then when I heard that. I didn't know it was like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
5 miles, 20 of those. Yeah, that's
so it was, I was in unfamiliar territory, so I didn't really want to get too far off from where we were based at. So
And logistics wise, it was perfect,
yeah.
I'm sure.
it really was. But weather got a little ugly. I won't ever do another virtual trip. Like that was it. It was hard. That was the hardest thing. Not just the 100 miles, but just doing it out
the
there.
virtual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like without a race to support you, and
Mhm.
you see people when you go into aid stations and music and just everything else that keeps the energy up.
And that was just you trying to run the 100
And that's
miles.
just you trying to run 100.
Yes.
Which is,
Like,
yeah,
it
that's,
was
that's
just
a lot of
rough.
resolve.
Absolutely.
It was,
None of us made it.
Yeah.
That's why I bring this up, because I just want to let you
Yeah.
know, none of us made it. We had a whole big camp at
Right,
Shoal
yeah.
Creek and
Yep.
Montevallo,
Yeah.
or
Montevallo.
whatever.
All right, Green Barn.
But we had that all set up,
Yeah.
and we all did the same thing. I made it 50 in
Yeah.
and was done.
I had to talk you into
You had
the
to be
50.
Oh, yeah,
Had to be
50. I made it to
he was
48.
40.
I made it to 48
Yes.
and was like, I
I'm
am.
done.
You're like,
I'm not
I'm
going
done.
out. Yes,
I'm
no.
I understand because I was done at 99. It's like, I'm done. I don't want to go anymore. Anna's like, the hell you aren't. Because Anna Bain was with me for the last 15 miles, so,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
25. I don't remember how many she did.
Yeah, that's why I have to know, how did you overcome the darkness? Because I said I won't like to.
Well, yeah,
I said
The hardest thing, and we got to know the easiest thing.
yeah, hardest thing, easiest thing.
The
of
hardest,
that.
in
On the
the
virtual.
darkest moment during the virtual, David had already given us our buckles because he was out at Pinnacle doing hill repeats on the Pinnacle climb. So he had already given
Yeah,
me
He'll
and
repeats
Kay
on Pinnacle. And how old is he?
60 something.
No, he's
70
70.
something.
Yeah.
He's 70
But,
years old.
71.
He had already given
Yeah,
us our
70.
buckles, and I think I was taking a break in the truck, and I was really like, just, I don't even know where my head was, and I said, you know what, I am not giving this buckle back. I'm not giving
Yep,
this
oh,
buckle
yeah.
back. I'm not giving
That's
this
some-
buckle back.
Probably
And I just
good
got
motivation.
back
Yeah.
out, and I said, I'm not giving this buckle back. By goodness. And so that's just, I kind of just, then the last 25 miles I was able to, because that was about mile 70, 75. I was like, not giving this buckle back. He's not giving this buckle back. I can't give it back. Because he gave it to us and he said, I don't want this buckle back. So that's what happened.
Outstanding. I'm glad that he did that. To be
Yeah.
honest with you,
Yes,
because
If
he
he
would.
hadn't given
because
it
Go
to
ahead and
if
me,
give it to you.
you would've
People,
said-
people were like, yeah, no. I'm like, yeah. You can see it's like, what?
it was
Look,
right in
this is
front
what you have
of
to
me
do
the whole
tomorrow. If you don't finish, you gotta grab that and go,
time. I know,
man,
I was
my
like,
bad.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
thank you so much. But I didn't achieve my goal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
that's oh.
I just
Yeah.
wasn't giving it back. I just
I wish he'd have done. If he'd
Kinda
have done
like
that for us, I
a
think that'd
little
have been
carrot,
different
yeah,
for
little
us. I
carrot
think.
dangling, yeah.
I think that.
Yeah. So,
That's not
Well-
true.
No, that's not true. We were having,
You
yeah.
had those like things like the
Oh, I did have those
COVID
medals
thing
made.
on
I did have
the
them.
oh, did you have one? Oh,
And
Lisa, yeah,
Justin and Tab, or Justin and
Yeah.
Tabitha printed us up
Yeah.
some coronavirus
Yeah.
ultra marathons.
Yeah.
Mine
And,
might still be, no, I think it's upstairs.
Lisa printed me one out.
That
It
she-
was a fake Martin coronavirus looking bug. Yeah, that she sent
Yeah.
me.
We actually have them,
So,
like the
yeah, I
little
love
corona,
it.
like the
Uh-huh.
virus, the little.
Oh,
Yeah, oh, yeah,
No,
it's
mine was
3D.
like an
3D.
actual coronavirus.
Yeah, this one's 3D.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's
cool.
I'll send you a picture. But
so that was me and Kay, and I think one other girl that Kay obviously placed first, and I got third out of 3 females. So whatever.
See, you,
Doesn't matter.
can, you can leave that
goal
off.
obtained.
You can
right?
leave that off. I came in third overall.
I came
Wow.
in third overall.
How many people were in it? I
I
came
come-
third
I
overall.
mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
doesn't
third
matter.
overall doesn't matter.
Third's my place.
Still didn't
I
get a
mean,
check, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
third of all the races.
Yeah.
I got third in the long series 2 years in a row. And
Is that a jacket?
Bragger.
no, it's just a
Bragger.
Oh, plaque.
plaque.
Yeah,
Show off.
bragger.
And
Yeah.
Show
then
off.
Yeah.
Whatever.
first place female age group for the 1 year that he did stage race, or the last year that he did stage race.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about
So-
to him, and
I would love to see
it's
that
probably
come
not going to be.
back.
It's not, but monetarily wise,
It's
logistically
not,
wise, it's just, and the amount of people that come to do
Right,
it.
yeah.
Everybody wants it back that we talk to.
But
but it
they only
seems
do
like
it one
40 people who
day.
want to do it will come back.
Right.
Yes.
That ain't enough, man.
Well, I
Right.
think
Yeah,
every
it's not.
woman in my age group dropped out after the first loop, the first day at Ruffner.
Ruffner,
They were
yeah,
like, "We're
Ruffner's
done,"
Friday.
and,
Yep.
and I kept going. Stupid,
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
stupid.
Ruffner,
but
my
Ruffner's
personal
rough.
opinion,
I just,
if I would do the stage race, Ruffner be last.
yeah. That's,
It'd be
that's,
Red Mountain and
Yeah,
then
but we
Oak
did-
Mountain, which got a
it's
little
awesome.
bit better, and then Ruffner, drag that ass at Ruffner.
I
Oh,
mean, we live here, but that race is like it was a hot race.
Yeah.
It's like
it was like September.
September,
That year. It was
yeah.
really
September is
hot.
like September here.
Yeah,
It's still summer.
It's still August.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
not
it's
as-
that was probably one of the few times I actually struggled with just being sick on the trail, and I don't ever get sick on the trail.
even our, like
ever.
buddy John Daga. That's like he's like
Yeah.
I don't want to go up that power line again in the sun.
Yeah, in the sun.
No,
Yeah.
no, thank you.
yeah,
I think I'll end my day right here.
Yeah.
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 It's like it's just that's just our problem here. It's like
It's just hot.
Yeah.
it's like you can sell altitude, you
Mhm.
can't sell. Like,
Yeah.
heat.
No.
Yeah, you
Heat,
can't. Hell, yeah,
humidity.
it's hard to sell
Oh, look,
heat.
hey, it's
Yeah.
95 degrees. Yeah, humidity's 98%. Nah, come on.
So
It'll
for,
be fun.
yes, it'd be fun. So for this year coming up, you are going to do
Well,
Lake Martin
yes.
Cheehaw.
or Cheehaw.
Well, Cheehaw is a training run for Lake Martin.
Okay, and then
And
you're
Cheehaw
doing
is how long from now?
The end of February.
about a
I
month.
was like, I don't know.
So 5
yeah,
weeks.
About a month.
5
yeah.
weeks.
5 weeks.
So, yeah, that's my peak.
And then, we're-
And then a month later,
for St. Lucie.
and then a month later.
he wants you to go help. Yeah, he like put him
Hey.
on. Yeah,
Yeah, and then
Do you
Lake
know what
Martin.
you're doing?
Not a fucking
Not a
bit.
clue.
yeah, at least get the get.
No, that's okay. I'm right there.
We're right there.
And then look, that's our
Look at-
screen and shit.
Rotate-
Oh
you-
shit, can't do that.
You can't.
No, you can't
There
do
it goes.
that.
It went back. There you go. And then look.
There's Millie. If you can see her, yeah, she's very camouflaged.
She is camouflaged. I guess.
So,
But
all right.
So we're doing,
so
doing
Cheehaw.
50K is coming up next, and
Yep.
then after
Lake
that, we're
Martin
going to do the Lake Martin
Lake
100
Martin 100.
at the venue. It's going to be
It'd be
At
at
the
the
venue,
venue.
Totally
yes,
different
it'll be
experience,
a
right?
Completely different.
So we need to get her back so we
Yeah.
can compare the two.
Right.
Yes,
That's the
we
first
have-
year I
yes.
made it to
One
Mile
more.
87.
Yes, you
which
did.
was
I
the
remember that. We
furthest
were all
I've ever
together.
gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
correct.
life.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
IT caught up with me.
Yeah,
so
yeah. You
big
were.
time.
You
My
did not
flight was
look
like-
happy that. Yeah, you did not look happy that day.
Yeah, but That was
So
a
yeah,
long
we'll have to
day.
compare going back. Which you
Mhm.
can. Well, you've made 87 now, so you can kind of compare.
yeah.
And then
That's true.
after that, you're going back to Georgia Jewel to do a
Mhm.
35-mile
Yeah,
again.
that was a fun race. That's just so well put together. Jenny Baker does just a phenomenal job. Her and her husband both. So
Okay.
yeah, hopefully
Good.
to do the point to point, not the COVID route,
COVID.
because that rock garden.
We're out of the COVID
Sucks.
summer now, so we're
Yeah,
we're
I
in
hope so.
COVID.
We'll see.
Yeah, hope so.
We're in COVID spring. We're going into COVID spring.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have a
Um,
birthday party for COVID?
I
Coming-
think so.
should.
I think
I think-
absolutely we should.
Yeah.
Coming up, it'll be COVID 20.
I do
right?
Yeah.
national holiday.
Yeah, it should
Something.
be, shouldn't it?
Something. But we need to go back into the research. But yes, we need to have a COVID birthday party.
Yeah, probably.
That some bitch is 1 year old, and
It is.
we need to celebrate
Coming up
that.
on it, yep. So, and then
Two things.
Yeah.
The first one would be all the things that you have persevered through,
Mhm.
your accomplishments, your hopes, dreams.
Yeah.
We'll elaborate. What would you give? Like if you just going to give somebody just the tip,
Just the tip.
just
Where
the
are
tip.
we? Just the tip.
Are we there?
Yeah,
Are we
yeah,
there
we're at
yet?
just the tip. So
Oh,
if you were going to
okay.
give somebody just the tip, what would that be? Anyway, what would that be?
Just the tip. I mean,
Not to put you under pressure or anything. but
I know, right?
yeah.
Well, you had a little
You
bit of
know, I
heads
mean,
up. It's
I'm
a fucking
always- yeah.
hour ago.
I'm always,
At least.
all for more girls and women in what is predominantly considered to be a male sport, which
Okay.
there's a lot more men. And then I see women on all the Facebook pages who are just always so down on themselves on what they can and can't do. And I would really like to see a lot more women in my age category and up just getting out there.
You'll have to
and
speak
doing
up for that age
something.
group. Like speak right into the microphone.
That would 50 and up.
Do you
you
ma-
know,
you got
like,
sign
just-
language for anybody? She's talking about her age group.
I just wish I had started this like 20 years ago. I really did. I wish
I'm
I had
with
started
you.
earlier.
I agree.
You know, I really
100%.
do. I spent my 20s pregnant, having children, and eating Snicker bars. You know, that was far more important. But, you know, I would like to see women in our age category and above, like, stop using age as an excuse to not do something. Like,
Ooh,
stop
you're
saying, well,
caught-
I'm 60, so I can't go, you know, run trails.
I'm
Oh
too
my
old for
God,
that.
I'm too old.
Shut
you
your
know,
mouth.
or, you know,
Yeah.
I just, that miffs me. Like, I just hate to see it. And so I say just get out and move. Just do something. You don't have to go run trails. You
But
know?
do something.
Thank you.
something.
Thank you for
Like,
saying that. Yeah, you don't have to go run trails. You don't have to do
you don't
what
have
we
to
do.
run ultras.
I mean, yes, correct.
if-
You don't have to run.
You don't have to run. Just get
Walk the fucking mall.
out. Yeah. I mean,
Easy.
just
It's retail establishment. There's no malls
there's
anymore.
no malls anymore. But I mean, like,
But
just,
I mean, yeah, think about that. I mean, do laps at Walmart.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm doing groceries.
I've
Guess
got-
what? Do every aisle.
I look at
Parking
like,
the back.
you know,
No park like almost sidewalk. Yeah.
Yeah.
people who are old, you know, older than me that are killing it. Like, you know, to me, Buzzy kills it. Like, he is
Yeah, and Buzzy
phenomenal.
just turned 70. 70,
no, I think
69?
he's 69, I think.
Yeah, 60. It's like late 60s.
Yeah, or you know, like Jack, or you know, my aunt, who's a huge role model for me, and you know, or Bob Sims. You know, look how he's persistent in his quest for a buckle, and
Absolutely
you know,
is. But what is Bob's 61,
Yeah.
62?
Yeah,
He's like a
yeah.
hair and a biscuit. He won't give
Yeah.
up.
He
No.
will not. He
Yeah.
won't.
No.
And I, you know, and,
So DC,
I-
like the weekend we met at those like Blood Rock preview runs,
Yep.
mhm,
he turned 60.
yeah. So
How long have you known Jack? Do you even know? Like, do you
That's
need
like-
both
That would have been
hands? Do you need,
2017.
do you need
Yeah.
both hands? One hand?
No, that'd have been 2017.
Yeah.
So we're going on 4 years now. So I'll be
you know,
64, going on
yeah.
64.
But
you
yeah,
know, to
Um,
watch him keep persisting. You know,
I will tell you. I'm going to tell you this, and I don't know if I've ever told Bob this, and if y'all listen to this,
Careful.
pass this on to him. No, when we went and did Fall Classic, okay.
oh yeah,
Now I'm not going to lie to you, and I think Jack will back me up on this. I know I went in the attitude, and I think Jack was with me. I did Blood Rock. I did this. I did that. I've done all this stuff.
Yeah.
This can't be that much worse.
yeah,
We came out here in May. Well, Jack and Mike and Freight
Yeah.
and Reverend, we all went out there in May,
yeah, yeah.
and
for-
we ran everything inside that park.
right,
And we're like, oh no, we can do this.
yeah,
Like I was convinced. I went and looked at Rat Jaw, but I'm like, I ran everything else. It'd be okay.
yeah,
But there's two things I didn't count for.
yeah,
One, I'm used to David Tosh, the greatest race director
yeah.
in the
of all
world.
times.
When you get to an aid station,
Oh,
you have
universe.
food.
Yep.
You have food.
Yep.
When I got to those aid stations, there was
Stuff.
cookies and
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
junk. It
It
was
was
stuff
junk food.
I don't eat.
Stuff.
Yeah,
But that race, absolutely. The last thing I remember is seeing in my blurred vision a young lady from here to this microphone away from me dry heaving,
yeah, yeah.
and I didn't move. I'm
Yeah.
laying in thorns, watching her dry heave. Like
It's all good.
If she,
I
if she
don't-
blows, she blows.
I don't care. Like I don't care.
Yeah. All
and
right.
And then I remember Jack and I
Did that go for a
getting,
second? It did, didn't it?
Yeah, he did.
yeah, and then Jack and I getting dropped off.
He'll watch the replay.
Yeah.
And go, damn.
I missed it.
You
Yes,
did. I
yes,
mean,
you
you
did.
totally missed it.
You're not as juvenile as I hoped.
Yeah.
Apparently, I
This
know.
one is.
Hey, Mills.
Damn it. And then I remember Jack and I getting dropped off, and at the back of the tire, we still had 3 miles, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to cut
go-
you off, but you're talking about Bob Sims, and
I'm getting there.
okay,
He's getting there.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. This is the story.
okay,
Get
got it.
there.
Okay, I'm just keeping you, asshole, keeping you in line.
All right. So anyway, so drop offs, and Jack and I go down there, and it's a long walk, and we get back, and
Yeah.
and Jack and I are like, I wonder who all's here.
Mhm.
Back at the car, like we were
Yeah.
expecting it back to the parking lot, and there being other people
Yeah.
already there. Oh
Right.
no,
No, we're
Nope.
not the first.
we were absolutely we were the first. Okay,
Yeah.
and
Should have made
And it-
T-shirts.
Should have. Yeah, first failures. That's when Jack was going to kick that copperhead that was across the trail. Like, he gave less than a fuck. Like, this guy's like, hey, there's a snake. Jack's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, not a bit like Jack. Anyway, so we all get back, and it's getting later and later, and people are coming in. And you know, we have some people that are dropping,
Mhm.
some of our group. I mean, it's a grueling race, guys.
Yeah.
And then it gets late. It's almost dark. And Reverend comes in like right at dark, and we're all there. And we're like, dude, who has seen Bob?
Right. Yeah.
And nobody had seen Bob. And it's getting later, and all of a sudden we look up, and here comes Bob down the chute.
Yeah. Trotting.
Arms,
Ripped.
like his arms,
Mhm.
ripped up, shirt
Not
ripped.
like house ripped up.
Yeah. No. Like.
Yeah, like the
ripped.
briars, like the
Yeah.
briars there. It's just, but arms ripped up, and the biggest smile on his face, and we were all like, damn, that's what like.
Yeah.
I've never been that happy in my life.
Right.
Bob would not. He went into that whole thing with, you're not beating me, and I love that. Absolutely love that. But yeah, that's probably one of the happiest I've ever been.
Yeah.
Seeing him come across,
Yeah.
ripped to shit, and all that, but still just smiling.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know, it was just motivating.
That's why we love him.
Yep.
So Paige,
Yeah.
you talked about you'd like to see more women, you know, not
And
worry about age.
Not worry about
Now,
age.
so this is like goofball me going, it's like, I don't see that like trail runs do anything to sort of prevent women from coming out. In my mind, it seems
No.
I agree with
Women
you. Yeah.
prevent themselves
Okay.
from coming out. Women are hard on themselves.
That's true.
Women just go, oh, I just can't do it, and they make excuses. And I'll tell you, as a mom, and I love my kids. I love them. I took good care of them. But if I had something that I wanted to do, my life was not arranged around my children. They needed their life. I need my life. I'm a better mom when I'm doing something that makes me happy and healthy. They get a better mother. And I think women get so wrapped up in their children that they think their children can't survive without them, and they can. They can. And if you're out doing something that is like healing for yourself, self-care, then your children are definitely going to be happier. And that's what I would like to see women, like, if you need to bring your child with a
Yeah, I say
babysitter,
bring them. Yeah.
just do it. Like,
Put them in the
you
bucket.
know,
And come on.
yeah. I mean,
Or-
women just
people think like Paloma Blanca's babysitting service is kind of scary, but it's not.
It's not.
The kids will enjoy it.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
And they'll come back highly educated.
right. I feel like women just lose their identity, and when they start having children, it doesn't have to be that way.
No.
It doesn't.
That's a
And I've
continuation of just the tip.
My children are well into their 20s now, and and I can honestly say now we've moved from parent to more friendship. They all work, they have their lives. One lives in Kansas. I mean, of course our communication is Snapchat and text, but that's okay. And they'll go, how many miles are you running this weekend, Mom? Like, what race do you have coming up, Mom? Like, and I hope that they carry that on, for their kids. So that's it.
I like
That's
it.
all.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we ask sometimes hard questions and we don't almost
It's all
never
right.
have answers, right? So
Yeah. So some of the answers don't. Yeah.
how do you pick up trash?
What do you have planned for the future?
I would like to do a few more like out of my comfort zone races. I mean, I love David Tosh, but you can get comfortable. I would like to, Amber and I have talked about finding some cool stuff to do out of state. Maybe some 100Ks or
Hard to
other
find.
50Ks that are like just somewhere besides Alabama. Like we want to go see some other, parts of the country. And
Other than Green Pond.
other than
Yeah.
Green Pond.
Yeah.
And then, of
Broaden
course, I
horizons.
have kicked around a try, here and there, maybe. It's not on the top of the bucket list. The traveling is probably more.
It's kind of
so,
bottom
but
of the bucket.
kind of
Scraping the
bottom
bottom.
of the bucket. But yeah, I would like to definitely maybe go out west or north,
Yeah.
Pacific Northwest, or even, we went to Virginia and did, Dam Yeti, and that was a great experience. And we like to do. I think I'd like to do more of that, and so that's kind of what we're keeping our eyes on right now. So
I like it. I think that I will echo that. Getting out away from where you live and seeing other parts of this country.
yeah,
I don't think people.
It's a side benefit of like our community running.
Yeah.
It's like
Right.
you want to find different places.
Yeah.
and
You want to
get
find,
see,
but even if you're not like a big runner,
yeah,
I think that I have just, and we always say this, guys, and the reason we talk so much about it is because I love, these are my family. The people that you see and hear most of it, they're my family.
Shut your mouth.
Going to Colorado and driving across
right, yeah,
and seeing
Cross. I went across.
and
Go
seeing
across. Yeah. There's no
seeing
T. There's
all-
no T. Go ahead. Sorry.
seeing all the stuff.
yeah.
Going to Pennsylvania,
Pennsylvania.
but going to Pennsylvania, and getting on the AT and things like that up
Oh
there.
yeah,
Uh,
oh yeah,
It's simple things like that I'm seeing stuff that I would have never saw if I
Yeah.
wasn't willing to get out of my comfort zone.
right.
And just to echo that, get out of your comfort zone. Go, especially right now, plane tickets are dirt cheap. Don't sit there and go, we have this much in savings. We should go see.
COVID.
Well, we should go see San Diego.
Yeah.
We should go get on a plane and go.
Yeah,
No memories, no lifelong memories come from sitting on the couch.
Nope.
Remember that
Right.
time we was watching? Remember that time we was watching reruns of Grey's Anatomy? Oh,
Watching rerun, actually.
Yeah,
Rerun.
watching. Yeah.
What's
Remember,
happening?
remember we was watching Welcome Back, Kotter?
No, we
Shit on Netflix. No, nothing comes from that.
That's our demographic. So yeah,
Right.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody-
Nobody's gonna
everybody.
go. What are you talking about, Willis? No,
Everybody.
they all know that one. Hey,
Yeah, everybody. But I like that. Get out and go. Find
Make-
something.
memories, not
Make-
dreams. That was just the tip about a month ago.
What? Make memory. Oh yeah. What do you say?
Make memories, not dreams.
That's
there
right.
you go.
Make memories,
That's a
not
good one.
dreams. Yeah. That was
I was like, think. Don't hurt yourself. though.
Nelson. Chris Nelson.
Oh yeah, good
It
old
was really- it was
Chris.
you.
I like Chris.
He was on one of the continents.
One of the bearded brothers. Yes.
Yes,
One of the Bearded Brothers. So
Buddy.
who has his
Clint
Thursday
Johnson
night
was
group
watching.
going now?
He does.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah,
all right. So let's do plugs.
yeah. Plug that.
All right.
Like what are we playing?
Wednesday
It's
night
that
lights.
Thursday night group.
Yep. Wednesday night lights
Okay.
Thursday
that's right.
nights.
at Oak Mountain State Park, 6 and 7 p.m. depending on what time you can get there. Are you off on
Well,
that
I
one?
can't right now. I have a client that just can't happen until
right,
probably
6 p.m.
almost May.
He was 0 p.m.
He's a
I'm
Alright.
0 p.m. I just
Oh,
can't do it.
Oak Mountain
But there's
State
a
Park.
possibility it
Sounds
can
good.
happen during Wednesday during the day because I have availability
All right. Well,
for
let's put
people
something
that
out
don't
there.
work.
That's
I'll
fine.
have to work.
But Oak Mountain State Park, 6 p.m. South Trailhead.
Uh-huh.
There's a pavilion right there. Once you pull into the parking lot,
You see everybody.
yeah, everybody.
Everybody.
And then Thursday night.
All yeah, but that's
It's not
that's all
just roll your window
paces,
down and listen,
everything.
and
Yeah.
you'll find them.
That's
Even
right.
still
All paces,
hikers.
hikers,
Nobody's
whatever.
left behind.
Yeah.
That's good. Wednesday night lights.
Haven't lost anybody yet.
Nope. Well,
Nope.
you lost me once. That was
Whoa,
Jason
whoa, whoa,
Parker's
whoa,
fault,
whoa, whoa,
remember?
I was just no. That was that.
So if we lost you, would you be here right now?
Well, I know my
Okay.
way around Oak Mountain.
All
I
right.
did get left behind.
Well, there's
Do you
difference.
remember that?
No.
You
Right.
felt horrible because y'all didn't know that I was behind.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah,
And I popped down.
absolutely.
It's still down at the marina.
That's not
And
good.
you
You were
Adver-
It's
coming
not,
out there. Oh my god! I was
not
like,
good
oh my.
advertising. Not good advertising. Yeah.
That was a long time
That
ago.
was a
and
long
we
time
like,
ago.
We like to give Justin a really
Yes,
hard time about that. So
But all paces, we have sweepers. That means there's somebody at the very back that knows the route and doesn't deviate from it. And then Thursday nights, it's
Chris has a group.
but it's the Gardendale
The
area.
Guts.
Guts.
Gardendale Urban Trail System.
Yeah, there's an
Okay.
actual trail called Guts
It's
in
crazy,
Gardendale. And those guys are there at 6 or 7.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll put a link. We'll
one
put a
of the
link
two.
on the page. But if you're in the Birmingham area, that's 2 great runs to
Yeah.
get
Just
accustomed
depends
to
if
running
you're
at
over
night.
the mountain or on this
Yeah.
side of the mountain.
Then
It's
Sunday
easier to get
morning,
to.
Church of the Sunday Trails.
Yep, and the Church of the Sunday Trails, and then you guys will usually post that
We
on
do,
the
we
Butch
post it,
page
yeah.
of where y'all will
It
be.
changes up.
That's it.
So that's it.
All right. So,
Okay, really.
but thank you for
You're
sharing your story. Thank
Yeah.
you for coming and driving all the way out here from Green Pond. We appreciate it.
I know there's
Wasn't
no
too
easy
far.
way from here. Yeah.
It's really not.
Anything else? You got anything?
Nope.
All right.
Next week.
Wave, everybody.
Bye, bitches.
See you Wednesday.